Hangover?
That definitely knocked me out. I did have an idea.
Yes?
Bramble whiskey.
Bramble whiskey.
Hurts like a motherfucker. But it's warm. Anyway, I slept like a fucking angel.
That is good. I am happy that helped.
I see.
I could just get some toast or something.
Oh, yes. Jerry, where the fuck did you go? God. Shit, you need something?
Oh my.
Sorry, I'm all over the place today.
Good morning.
Yeah, I am, still trying to run a plethora of things. Room service with a smile, as they say. Gives a fucking, toothy grin, teethy, yellow and everything.
All I require, Jerry, is that you have a good day.
It would be upstage.
But why is that up?
Because it's
that?
It could be. That could be up. But in this case, I'm assuming that since we're all actors in this play, the least populated area, aka this way, is downstage.
Why is it that every time I meet up with you, you're talking complete and utter nonsense?
I find it quite informative.
I use it as a way to make people unnerved by me. Or think that I'm an idiot.
I think that it adds to your charm.
Dune, why are you talking to us across the fucking dining hall?
So I was going to ask about that. Why don't you go sit with them if you're planning to do things today?
Yeah, come sit over with us. We're the cool
right.
table.
Takes her eggs, walks over.
If you want to be an isolationist, you're doing it the wrong way. You're already morning drunk. You're morning drunk already. Oh my god.
Also,
found you
Gerkin's
all
got
well.
a set of tinker's tools out and is messing with a few small bits of metal.
What are you doing there?
Oh, I'm just working on a few things.
Anything in particular?
Well, not particularly, just kind of futzing with some things.
Very well. Goes back to just digging into her eggs.
The ball bearing that he's pulled out just starts chirping.
Oh my.
Interesting.
Yeah. I was trying to make ocean waves. Anyway. Puts it back in the bag and quiets down. What were we talking about?
We weren't talking about anything.
I asked you if you had slept well.
Oh, yes.
I slept fine.
Good. As far as I can tell, the only option available to us is walking, so I hope you all have enough energy for your legs.
I have a horse.
I have some donkeys.
Why did no one tell me this?
You never
I don't
asked.
have anything of the sort.
Everyone around town seems to not have means of transportation. I didn't assume you had horses. How did you get horses?
I mean, Gerkin did mention yesterday.
I just kind of walked in with them, I don't know.
Do we not remember yesterday when we were going off to fight in town? Gerkin went, "Oh no, I have to check on my donkeys!"
I remember that now. I thought that was just a random thing he said, along with all of the other
we actually
random
went and
things he
checked on my
says.
donkeys. I picked up my crossbow
You
while we were
actually
there.
have donkeys.
Yes!
Great.
Two of them.
He's
Well,
lucky.
that makes this completely pointless. She takes a piece of paper and just rips it in half.
I mean, I wouldn't do that too much, Toots.
Right.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, they're kind of carrying a lot of my shit. But, I guess you could ride them.
How much stuff do you have?
Hold that thought. He reaches into his thing and you're just, where is that? I have a list of it all packed that I packed in here somewhere. Let's see, a flask of holy water, 20 days of feed for both them and me, 40 pounds of iron, antitoxin, alchemist's fire, the
Raw iron?
rod.
You have
It's
40
true.
pounds of iron on you.
Yeah! What, you guys
Oh,
don't?
no, but I wish I did. Can I borrow some of that at some point?
Yeah, probably. I don't have a plan for it yet. Anyway, alchemist supply, smith's tools, fishing tackle, an iron pot, a set of manacles, and a steel mirror.
What?
My word.
I mean, I have a container in my saddlebags that's full of salt pork.
You're gonna have to
Oh, and
convince me that you
my
have
and my
to be
crossbow
homeless.
and bolts, but I am carrying those now.
I don't know.
How much salt pork do you have on your horse, Dune?
Only a few pounds.
That's still a lot.
It's enough for a journey.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say something because I heard people talking and
Hello, Jerry.
yeah,
I also have cheese and bread.
hardtack.
Yes.
Oh right, distracted because food is delicious. He pulls a piece of bacon out from like the little pocket on the front of his
Pocket
dress.
bacon! Yeah!
Ah, perfect, still warm. Ah,
Hell yeah.
be careful with animals and whatnot. They can't handle corruption as good as you people.
Noted. Is there something we can do to make sure it doesn't get to, say, Gerkin's donkeys?
I have no idea actually. We haven't been able to test it that much since most animal that we do find we tend to butcher, and horses and whatnot are kind of a rare oddity here.
And I hope my donkeys don't get insane. I'd rather not lose all that shit. It's kind of hard to carry around, considering that all that stuff weighs more than I do.
I've had my horse
Maybe
for quite a
leave
while
them
now.
here, Gerkin.
Yeah, I should probably pick up that immovable rod, though. I don't want that going missing.
Yeah, perhaps I can hire a veteran to
Ugh.
create some form of vaccine or counteragent.
It's an idea.
I mean, he's already working on one project for me.
On that note, I'm exiting stage down. Anyone want some pocket bacon? It's warm.
Oh, yes, I do.
Throws you a piece of pocket
Of
bacon.
course he does!
Jerry throws Gerkin a thing of pocket bacon. It's still warm.
Perfect.
reminds me of one of my kids, a young dragonborn boy, always running around with some matter of food in his pockets.
Gerkin's an almond.
Which, yeah, he said he was exiting stage down. He went under the table. He's not there anymore.
So I have a suggestion for our first foray out into this land. A few days' travel, nothing more, no more than a week. The lay of the land, explore at least one or two areas of interest. Try and find something worth bringing back. Bring it back without losing our heads, consider it a success.
That sounds pretty good. Yes, I would agree to such.
Sounds
Once
like
we have a
plan.
little bit more of our bounds, we go for, say, the towers or the uncharted lands. Or the excitable volcano.
Yes.
At the very least, it's a better plan than not having one, so let's go with it.
And at the very least, we'll improvise if need be.
I guess. Well, off we go.
Traveling on normal pace, and like I said, it takes only half a day to get there.
Oh, whoa!
Amazing.
This is really cool.
This is cool. That's really cool.
Horse.
Horse!
God, the horse.
Yeah,
Hey, I know
don't have
this
a-
song. Hey, I know this song.
I don't have a horse token that's good, so I just use generic roll 21.
You think there's any fish here?
Maybe.
Who fucking
Although
knows?
it might be too cold.
My bet's on it being a corrupted fish if you do find one.
Ooh, maybe we can kill it.
Oh,
I don't know. Dune, you shouldn't get too close to the water. It's possible whatever's in there might want to kill you.
why am I being given shit?
You're the one that thinks you're a curse.
I mean, that blacksmith lady...
Is just a blacksmith lady. She's not God's word upon the planet. We're fine.
Dude will just kind of stew just a little bit.
Good. Are you trying to look at it, see if there's any fish?
Yeah.
Roll perception.
Yeah!
Gerkin is like admiring, like, oh hey, look, there's a fragment of ice right here that seems to have broken off. Vir, yeah, that looks like there might be some fish deep down in the darker depths of the water.
This lake is surprisingly deep. I can see some movement down there.
I know this is a small, visual, but how big is this lake in actuality? I'm assuming it's bigger.
Yeah.
We can fix it later.
Yeah,
Don't
I can
worry.
fix
Fix it in post, anyway.
I can fix it in post.
Oh my god.
I'll fix it in post, don't worry.
Yeah, you fix it, Richard. Fix it in post.
A lake could be like 300
On
feet
young couple?
by like 300 feet-ish.
Yes,
couldn't
I'm
it?
now 20 feet across.
Seems good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's as if it fell from the sky and made a crater.
But some deified ice glass. Here. We're in the theoretical safe zone, right?
Very.
Theoretically.
She's just gonna dip her hand in the water and test for the temperature.
It is that borderline cold that's like, I want to get out of the bathtub. If you move your hand like closer, it feels like as you get closer to the ice, it might be getting colder.
So you wouldn't want to go bathing in this, okay?
I'm half tempted to go swimming in it anyway.
Listen,
Gerkin's pulling out and baiting a fish hook.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna go swimming.
Oh,
Kelly.
that's really hilarious.
Yeah. Aishah's just gonna, take off her cloak, get down to, small clothes, and just, hop in the water.
dude's going to go behind
and
her
I'm
horse.
going to make a specific point to make fun of Vir for not knowing what swimming is. As she passes by and just, waves.
I think you're rather crazy.
I think it's good to have a little bit of fun when you feel like the world's not trying to kill you.
I think dude's going to strip down as well. And she goes behind her horse to change, but she puts her normal clothes and her armor in her saddlebags and kind of...
Come on, I can't be the only one that's interested in what's on that island.
I'm gonna fish.
And besides, they said that they get ice from here.
I'll fly over later. I'm gonna fish for now.
It's absolutely freezing.
I'm gonna try swimming to the center island.
As you get close, I'm gonna need you to make a con save.
Okay.
you fish and whatnot, as the others swim by. Aishah, goes a certain way, fish are going away from her, and they're going more, over towards your direction. That was the perfect spot, you feel, and you're able to get a few nibbles here and there, say, 4 fish, moderate size.
How corrupted are they?
That's a different roll you'll have to make here in a second. Aishah,
Hello.
as you start getting closer and closer, it does start to get a little colder. You're still
Okay.
able to get slightly closer. As you get closer again, I'll need you to make another con save. And Dune, are you also to be getting close to this thing?
She got in, wanting to just join in on the shenanigans, but then realized it's too fucking cold to get any closer. So she's kind of just kind of leaning half in, half out of the water.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to swim up and try and do
You're gonna try to touch the butt?
dolphin dive type of bullshit jump out to get onto it because I was told that they harvest ice from this for the town and stuff, so she's assuming that this is probably fine.
Okay.
So here you go. It's another con save.
Okay. And you were trying to do a dolphin dive onto that.
Yeah, just dive down into the water and then out.
Okay. If you're doing that, I would have given you advantage on that.
On the con save?
On the con save, just because of how you're trying to get
Okay.
closer.
Oh yeah? Thank you.
Dive down, gain speed, and come back up and launch yourself out. Oh, that's really fucking cold. You're only gonna take a little bit of damage because
Is it just suddenly freezing?
it's just suddenly freezing.
Okay, interesting. Alright.
Oh, you only take 3 points of cold damage as you launch yourself out and then onto the thing. It's the moment you land on this, all that freezingness just seems to fade away and it's back to the neutral weather.
Huh. Fascinating.
Yeah, the water itself is just really fucking cold as you got closer.
She shivers a little bit, and then she's just like, out of curiosity, I place a hand on the top of the ice where it's sticking out of the water. Is the ice cold?
It's neutral.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. She's just gonna yell across back to the shore. Anyone who wants to swim this far, do you want to see lukewarm ice?
What?
Hold on,
That's
that
right,
sounds
lukewarm
interesting.
ice.
Hold on, I'm trying to hold on to that. I have to figure out if these fish are safe to eat or not.
Oh yeah, they don't seem to have any weird marks. They feel normal. They seem like perfectly uncorrupted fish.
Yeah, they look good enough. Hey, Oleander, here, you want to hold these for me?
Sure.
Tap my boots. I'm flying.
Oh, here comes the lad.
Gently holds the fish.
Did I feel any coldness just flying through the air, just walking over the water?
Nope.
Huh. You're right. What are you talking about? It is really not cold over here.
The temperature
Seems
never
to be
changes.
just cold in the water.
I'm gonna dip my non-robotic hand into the water.
Make a con save.
No. No, I mean literally. Depends on the temperature of the water. Is it less than 50 degrees below zero?
Oh fuck! Right, because
I have the ring of warmth. I am immune to cold damage if it's less than 50 degrees. If it is higher than 50 degrees below zero.
If it's higher than 50 degrees below zero, yeah, it is.
And I have resistance to any cold damage below it too. So.
Definitely some sort of weird magic going on here.
Oh, certainly.
For whatever reason, the ice is perfectly fine. I would hazard
Let
a
me
guess
see if I
that
can
going
figure
in.
it out. I'm gonna sit down and ritual cast Identify on the ice.
Oh.
There is no spell influencing it, but it is definitely magical.
Interesting. Yeah, I think this is like some giant's ice cube or something. Magically enchanted ice cube or something. I don't know.
Like I said, God's cup of ice water.
God's cup of ice.
Yeah, it just magically cools liquids that it's placed in.
Very neat.
Anyone want iced tea now?
I would love some iced tea. That'd be lovely.
Great, because I don't know how to brew any tea.
Do you have tea leaves?
No,
Oh, never mind then.
I just want some.
How about you go to the shore and try and find some tea leaves, Gerkin? And don't just put anything in your mouth that looks like tea leaves. Make sure they're tea leaves.
I'm not 6. Gerkin just walks away from the sky.
Dude's just gonna hold her legs together and let him float to the surface.
She's gonna just like look around in the ice. Richard, out of curiosity, if I just look through this ice, is it see-through? Is there anything I could see inside of it?
The ice is not see-through. It's cloudy. Like certain parts you can see through and see the water, like primarily on the sides. But as it gets closer to the center and whatnot, it's cloudy.
See, I'm tempted. Okay, first and foremost, I want to just break a chunk of the ice off.
You want to try to break a chunk of the ice off?
Yeah, let's take, I have a hoe. So let's take this hoe and just
You,
into the ice.
you're gonna hoe it. Damn.
Yeah.
Look at
I'm
this
gonna
lady.
hoe the ice.
Hoeing.
I'm hoeing some ice over here.
Hoeing out the ice. Difficult. It really hurts. 5 minutes, give or take. You're able to get a few small fragments, the size of normal ice cubes, effectively.
Yeah, that's all I'm really going for. I'll do.
But damn, was that uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like, ugh. Maybe this wasn't the best idea. She's going to take that ice, and out of curiosity, I'm going to try and get a running start and dive past the first barrier of really, really cold water.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check.
Oh wow, that's pretty shite. Granny.
Yeah, you take a running start. You're like, okay, I got this. And you start to drop the ice that you got, and you're just like, no, wait.
my ice!
And then you slip at the last second, and it's just like, oh, fuck. Right into the water. Solid
Heavy shot.
con save.
Oh, well, at least I know why it's an advantage now. Oh, it's still terrible though. What are my rolls? Tally roll above a 5 challenge. Impossible.
You take 9 points of cold damage as you go face first into the... Oh, this is really fucking cold. Gerkin was right. This has gotta be, like, freezing, if not a little less than freezing.
God fucking damn it.
Tits on ice.
It's fine. You'll definitely be able to cut diamonds later. And as you get further away, that second con save.
Let's not fuck this one up, eh?
Yeah, that one. It's like, okay, I got the brunt of it. My body is warming
Just
up.
like speeds up really fast at that point. Just like, fuck this.
The body is able to withstand it. And you're able to get out.
Dune
Comes
looks
out with,
over.
like icicles in her hair.
Dune looks over, glances at Aishah's tits. You look cold.
Oh, right. I should also say this. The ice that was in your hands or and whatnot, or wherever you put it. It's really stuck right now.
It's stuck? Like stuck to me?
Stuck to you or wherever you were currently storing it.
Oh yeah, what?
Just like in my pocket.
Yeah, so like if you go to reach it, it's like, oh, that froze to my pocket. Son of a bitch.
So what? I've just got a neutral ice cube in my pocket?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, well, this isn't exactly what I was expecting. She tries to pull it out.
Just make a quick.
I swear, if you rip your clothes.
A quick athletics, I'll just do that at disadvantage real quick. Yep.
Luckily, the DC was pretty low, but I just wanted to see if you'd fail the DC.
I could have very easily.
Very much so. Very much so. As you pull it out, like it takes a little bit of effort. The first tug, second tug, rip. It's like, okay, I got it. Oh, there's a little bit of my pants pocket on that. Whatever. But you get the impression that it probably did that because you fell in the closest section of the water.
Yeah, I just tripped and fell.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the water. I could butcher the fish. Do you want me to butcher the fish?
Probably better than what I would do.
Make with the 4 fish and that really good survival roll. 6 days worth of rations, I'd say.
Nice.
I told you that's where the big mouth bass were gonna be. Largemouth bass. I don't know why I called them big mouth bass.
Maybe because you have a big mouth?
Well, I was able to do my best and, I think we've got like 6 days worth of rations here if we're good.
I would call that a
don't,
great success.
Or in other words, 1 day, since there's 5 of us.
Yes, but that's an extra day that we don't need to use our other rations.
Fair enough.
I, for one, am going to be holding on to what little I have of the normal world for as long as I can.
I was half expecting like a giant enemy catfish or something here. Corrupted like giant catfish.
There's not really large bodies of water where I'm from, so I'm not really accustomed to it.
Do you also not know what swimming is? Both of you are 2 peas in a pod.
I've read about it.
Well, then you're 1 step above her.
Yeah, I don't do much swimming, mostly because I'm old.
Once you learn how, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, just walk over it anyway.
I'm just laughing that I fucking hurt Tally with water more than I did damage to her with the monsters last session.
Yeah, we're gonna head back to town, take another nap, and then head out to the dungeon.
Aishah, I don't know if you've gotten dressed yet, but Dune is totally checking you out.
Jesus Christ, I'm like 90.
And Gerkin's 276.
Relatively speaking to human beings, Gerkdiddle.
Yeah, leads I'm like 80.
That's what I was gonna
He's
say.
looking, but he's definitely watching the fish to make sure they don't jump into the pool again.
The butchered
They are long dead.
dead fish.
God.
He's not familiar with fish. He doesn't know that.
Maybe they'll resurrect. Maybe they have undead
Wesley,
constitution.
Wesley.
You don't
For
have to
the
worry.
memes, roll insight, Wesley. Just for the memes. That fish.
Ah,
It's not going anywhere. It knows its place.
Oleander, why are you staring at the fish?
I'm unfamiliar with them.
Well, they're dead, so they're not going to be getting up.
Are you sure?
Yes. I removed all of their bones myself.
They are dead and delicious.
I've seen things come back with less.
Well, you don't have to worry, because hopefully these are normal fish.
What kind of dystopian world are you from?
It's probably just from a place that doesn't have seafood.
Exactly, a dystopia.
Hell, the only reason I know how to do this is because I've been because of my work, not because of where I live.
What was your work?
You don't want to know.
Well, it has to do with fish. It can't be all that bad.
It has to do with goods.
I see.
Oh, were you one of those traveling mercenary types?
Some may call it that.
Yeah, I've done work. I've worked with some of them. They like
I got it.
different enchantments and shit.
You are a badass assassin.
No, that's my sister.
You have a sister. You have a sister.
Yes, begrudgingly.
Oh, what's her name?
Not for lack of trying to kill her.
That just
That's
sounds
an
like normal
interesting
sibling.
name.
No, that's not her name.
That just sounds like normal sister.
Shut up before I drive this arrow through your goddamn larynx.
You can try.
That's just normal sibling rivalry, isn't it?
No. Pretty much.
I can't say
Anyway,
that I've had siblings, but I also can't say that I've seen many stories of them actually killing each other.
the only reason I ever wanted to murder her is because she tried to murder me.
That's
7
fair.
times.
That
That's really
sounds
fair.
reasonable in my book. I would have still called it reasonable on the first attempt.
Her name was Keelan, though she went by pretty much any other name under the sun.
I see.
Last I saw her, she was heading off towards the Elven capital, trying to worm her way up politically. Anyway,
What you got about it?
I don't really care to tell you about anything else about my life.
Oh, very well.
Fair enough. Anyway, I'm vaguely excited to taste seafood.
You've seriously never had
Question,
fish before?
Oleander. Do you eat with the mask on?
Yeah,
Any particular reason why I've never seen you take it off?
but you've only known me for one day.
Yes, and we sat at a bar together, and I could not help but notice how you never took a sip of your drink.
She has you there.
That is true, yes.
Really a curiosity.
It's a safety precaution.
Now it's more of a curiosity. Alright.
Does fish taste anything like poultry?
No?
Not
Vaguely.
really, no.
It's
That's really the only meat that I'm familiar with.
really.
Interesting.
We
Main
mostly have
source of-
birds.
Oleander, you're an interesting individual, and I'd love to get to know you better.
I would say it's very similar to snake, if you've ever had it.
What does snake taste like?
Very
Fish.
similar to fish, apparently.
Yes.
Huh.
Is this not common knowledge?
I've never had
I've
snake.
never had snake.
Perhaps if we
Well.
find a steak out there, you'll have to show us how to properly prepare it.
I find it far easier than things with legs to prepare. Just put it on a stick over a fire.
I see.
The main source of meat where I'm from is bats. We eat a lot of bat.
I come from a desert.
Have you ever had pheasant?
In the port town where I live, they often bring crab or lobster in from the sea.
So you do live by the sea.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Did you guess that already? What gave
By
it?
your love of seafood.
She just kind of blushes. I do love seafood, yes.
I'll have to get you to try some of my favorite cuisines later.
Amy's living on a fantasy she can never obtain through Dune, being able to eat seafood.
Tell me, girl, have you ever had a pregnant cockroach?
A pregnant cockroach? I can't say I have.
Delicacy where I come from.
To consider
She
the best
smiles.
where I'm from.
I don't think we have cockroaches where I'm from.
You just live, like, up in the mountains.
Yes, actually.
I have traveled a few times though. There's one place I visited. They served candied grasshoppers.
Ah, yes. Wonderful.
Those were an interesting taste, definitely, but not too terrible.
I think I prefer any sort of mushrooms from home over any sort of bugs.
Oh, mushrooms.
And I don't really like mushrooms, despite the commonality.
Mushrooms are fine, but there's not enough crunch to them.
See, mushrooms are okay on their own, but they're exquisite when cooked or fried with other vegetables and such.
I say if your food doesn't fight back at your teeth, it's not worth eating.
Are you one of those other people who eat spiders?
You're sounding like you're not.
I can't say I am, no.
Spiders are one of the few things I will eat.
Spiders, scorpions, snakes.
Well,
I
if
suppose
I
a
find a spider in
mole
my
or two.
bedroll,
Personally, I prefer
You're more than welcome
beef,
to it.
pork, and poultry, but whatever cooks your goose.
marinated pork with stir-fried vegetables and mushrooms is just delicious.
Most of the people around the world that I'm come from have sworn off poultry.
Really? Why is that?
It's not for any religious reasons or anything strange like that. No, just simply a foodborne illness was going around the desert towns for quite some time. It
I
came from
see.
overseas chickens.
Ah,
There was a sort of embargo on the whole deal for a while. I remember, because I was in a black market and they were selling it on the spit.
ah.
Most
Exactly
wonderful
where?
thing in the world. Going into the underground, finding people reminiscing over tastes that are no longer legal. Such a great bonding experience.
A
Truly,
few
if
pla-
you've never had it, you're missing
Where
out.
was this?
A few places I've been to, they
You wouldn't know it.
they fry rats on a stick.
Try me.
I've always wondered what an underground market would be like. I don't think we have one where I'm from.
I think that's the only thing we have back home.
I think
I'm
you would
sh-
require being underground to have one.
That's true.
Then at that point, it's
Trust me,
simply
you
an
don't want to.
overground market.
You don't want to live underground.
I would miss the sun way too much.
You only miss the sun if you ever knew her before.
Sun's overrated.
The sun is overrated, thank you.
Right.
I spend most of my
Finally,
time in
something
my
the old
workshop.
man agreed.
You know, it's fascinating to think that people who see the sun all the time consider it their ally. Those who live in the desert know it's the true killer. Days and nights, harsh as hell. You're constantly fighting the
Okay,
weather.
so we've got mountain dweller, desert dweller, coast,
Yes.
underground, and where the fuck are you from, old man?
I'm from the moving continent built by gnomes.
I saw an anime like that once.
I don't know why I'm surprised.
I'm not even joking.
I know you're not joking.
But yeah, that's a thing. They built it like 500 years ago? I don't remember. Anyway.
Really, a moving continent. How?
Yeah, we got tired of dealing with everyone's shit, so we built our own continent and pushed ourselves away.
I see. And
Fair enough. I mean,
are you able to grow crops and such? Like,
Yes.
fascinating.
Anywho.
in a similar regard, though not of our own volition, the drow were pushed out from our normal residence. And now we don't have to deal with anyone else's shit unless we want to go places. Though, that's not a new development.
Well, aren't we a motley crew of individuals?
You know, I sort of prefer the political structure here as compared to the world back out there. Doesn't seem like anyone here other than Lord Vezrin Roseblossom gives a good goddamn about where you came from. It's rather refreshing.
It is quite pleasant.
I suppose I've never thought of that.
I sometimes take all of my willpower not to just go back to the Lord's place and just stand there in front of his windows.
I'd
I mean, I don't
watch.
see why you can't.
He's not so terrible once
Because
you
I'll
get to
give him a
normal
heart
level.
attack.
Oh, that would be bad, actually. You shouldn't do that.
I think it builds character. I think you should do it.
I know better, and I know I shouldn't because he'll just become exasperated and, I'll just agitate his state even more.
You're right.
But I also want to give him a piece of my fucking mind.
If it wasn't so urgent that I return home, I'd consider staying.
I wouldn't, I don't think.
Understandable.
Namely because everyone's trying to leave.
But isn't there camaraderie in that? A unified goal that we actually all agree on for once.
That's true. There are one or two things that I have.
Oh yeah? Family?
Something like that.
Schematics?
I find you people far more tolerable than the people out there. I apologize if I was quick to judge, by the way. I'm not used to people listening to what I have to say.
I find you irritating, but tolerable.
I find you absolutely lovely.
Good. I'm glad that you are reasonable. I found that the way to be, correct is often to be irritating.
You've been nothing but respectful and kind to me.
That's a peculiar statement, but I'm glad that you think so.
I know so. Now, shall we go and see what other wonders this world has for us?
I suppose we haven't been attacked by anything horrifying yet. We should change that.
Why are you so insistent on getting attacked?
Because I know it's going to happen sooner or later. There's all those things.
Gerkin, some live for the thrill of battle.
I wouldn't say I live for it, but finding some other source of life out here would be, helpful.
I much prefer the thrill of discovery of some new principle of robotics and mechanics. More interesting
Anyway,
to discover something
we
new and
could-
how to use it, as opposed to throwing yourself into a hopeless scenario.
But here I am, standing out in my knickers. Let me go get dressed.
Yes, get dressed
You strip.
I'm not gonna get my
so they
clothes
don't
on.
get dragged to the bottom of the water.
The reason
The
I
weight
didn't
of their
swim in
clothes.
fucking full-plate adamantine, I'd sink like a rock.
And I also don't feel like walking around in wet clothes all day.
I think we should move away from the ice-cold drink and possibly see how it fares if we want to camp for the night. We're still within the safe zone, so we might as well try.
Camp here?
Seems like a fairly smart place to
No,
camp.
I was thinking a little bit ways away, just so we don't have to.
No? She raises
Feels
an
unnecessary.
eyebrow. I feel like creatures from all around would come here. It's a verifiable watering hole.
Exactly, which is why I'm saying we move a little bit of ways away so we can see if there is, in fact, creatures that come here.
Maybe I misinterpreted how far you meant.
Oh no, I mean like, I don't know, 500 feet? Maybe a little bit more.
That sounds good to me.
You get 500 feet, 700 feet away, set up like a small camp and everything, and start kind of trying to make sure people are quiet out of sight, using foliage, trees, bushes, etc. Trying to make sure that if any animals do come this way, they hopefully won't notice y'all. You wait 4 hours. The sun starts to set. Another 5 hours. If the 5th hour ticks by. And on the 6th hour, you finally do see a singular cow.
A cow.
Cow question mark?
It looks like it might have the startings of corruption, possibly. The one that would be able to see this at a good distance and everything would be the one who's used to the dark.
I have a spyglass.
Oh fuck, you are right.
I have a spyglass and night vision. Fuck you.
I
How much,
also have
how
dark
much
vision.
night vision do you have?
It has white veins kind of like going all over its body, and what looks like fragments of bone, possibly, on parts of it.
It's fun.
From a distance, like, it would be very difficult to really see it, because where the spatterings of that little bone-esque fragments are on, like, the white spots. But it seems like it's drinking from the water, unaware.
Moo.
Yeah, exactly, moo.
Do we want to kill it and like get an idea of corrupted animal anatomy?
I would, if this seems like the only thing that's coming tonight, I'd start to head to bed.
As I stated, ritual casting alarm around my tent, going to bed.
Yeah.
Well, we need to
we got art that we still gotta share.
Can we show all the mouth stuff that Wesley
It's
did?
so sad that I had to put it on Google.
Oh, it's so big.
17.84 megabytes.
Large.
She's
Fuck.
so pretty.
Holy shit.
And the file name. The
Christ.
file name, right? Because there's lots of space.
Jesus Christ.
1.10 megabits. Oh my word. I zoomed out and tried to cut a lot of it.
Well, look at that empty southernness.
I was talking with Richard when Richard was like, yo, map hexes and all that. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna try something. And I was like, oh, let's try and make it a style of an actual map
Yeah.
that one would draw in this situation.
And on top of that as well, originally I was like, oh man, it was gonna be, like...
And when I sent them all in a zip file, this is what I named the zip file.
Wonderful workers.
He continued the fucking name thing, and I just love that.
Continued the name joke.
Also, Wesley made the parchment.
Yeah, I did. I made the paper itself.
Oh.
Here's my boy. Which I think is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a he. And then we got a she.
Look,
I really like...
her special ads.
I
I
like
really like Aishah.
I like the expression on her, honestly.
Yeah, it's
Grumpy
great.
grandma.
Got my signature single tuft of hair. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's the only thing visible in the shadow form, and it makes me happy.
Yep. Then we got Dune.
She's
And
so
then-
cute.
It
And
looks like
then
an
we
ape.
have, of course... And then we have my favorite.
Fucking Gerkin isn't a real character. You can't convince me he's real. He's just like
I
paralysis
really
demon.
wanted to... I remembered Mike being like, oh, we didn't make him gremlin enough, and I was like, okay, so now it's my job.
Oh, you know, Dune's face remind me. You know, like in some anime where, like, when a character, usually like a female character, does something really fucking stupid, and the kind of face they do for your heart reminds me of that. It's like, oh, I thought that was a good idea.
Oh, and I made this one during the session, just for laughs.
Yes.
I'll save it. Maybe I'll use it at some point.
Honestly, I would love these for fucking shadows. For shadows motion.
Wesley, you can make a lot of money.
True.
I will charge $2 per. Or 5. Yeah.
I fucking love the Jerry one. That is fun. Maybe I'll put him on the map occasionally and just be like, oh yeah, he's out and about. Just being a man.
We could go towards Jerry.
What if Jerry shows up as a wandering, like, rare encounter, and if you were able to get to Jerry before he disappears, he's got, like, a unique encounter that he's like, guys, help!
I have a unique
distress beacon.
I could make a
Jerry signal! Yeah,
Richard, write
Richard,
that
I don't know
down.
if I've said this enough, but I legitimately am very much enjoying this.